My people, things they happen for this country. Imagine Wike, who has been the governor of his state, River State, for the past 8 years, and who have also been in government for a longer time than that. He's saying that he was shocked, to realize that projects that were, you know, that were signed to companies, projects that were given out, contracts that were given out, they were giving out in big amounts of money, like billions of naira. He even made a mention of a particular one of a contract that was given out at the sum of like 5 billion naira, and it got to discover that only 900 million has been paid to the company. So where is the rest of the money? Where is the rest of the money? Like big amount of money, $50 billion contracts that was given out. And this contract, it will shock you that the job safe, they've not finished it, and they keep increasing the sum. They keep increasing the amount of money given out. They keep increasing it from 5 billion to 50 billion naira. It's just so sad that in this Nigeria, everybody that gets to power, they are just trying to take their own piece of cake. People are just trying to fight for themselves. Imagine you awarding contracts that shouldn't take up to 1 billion naira. You are awarding the contract for 50 billion naira, for huge sums of money. And the thing is, at the end of the day, the company who is going to do the work, they are going to get like 30% of the money, while the person who is giving out the contract will take the remaining 70%. That is just the way it's been since ages. It's been like that till now. Imagine Wike, who has been in government, is saying that he was surprised, he was shocked to find out that this is what has been going on in Abuja. You would expect that Abuja is close to the center and such things would not happen, but it came as a shock and a surprise to everyone to realize that even in Abuja, things they happen, things they occur. Before we go into the details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Help us grow this channel by giving this video a massive thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world as well. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. Drama in National Assembly as construction firm accuses lawmaker officials of Works Ministry of inflating road projects from 9 billion naira to 54 billion naira. Abuja, there was a mild drama in National Assembly during an investigative public hearing when a construction company accused Honorable Tolulope Akande Sadikbe and some officials of the Federal Ministry of Works of hijacking an ongoing project and jacking up the price of a contract sum from 9.8 billion naira to 54.3 billion naira. Imagine a contract of 9.8 billion was hijacked and inflated to 54.3 billion. Do you know how many billions of naira is between 9.4 and 54.3 billion? Hey. During the sitting of the House of Representatives ad hoc committee investigating the alleged failure of construction and rehabilitation of Ijebu-Igbo Ita-Ibadan Road, The executive director of DC Engineering Limited, Engineer Adedeji, said the 41-kilometer road project was awarded to the company in 2018 at the sum of 9.8 billion, and the contract was supposed to be completed within 2 years, but it took the Federal Ministry of Works 5 years, 2018 to 2023, before it was able to pay 15% mobilization fund of 1.3 billion. He said the slow pace of the work was due to lack of release of fund. According to him, the 15% mobilization fees was paid in several installments until about few weeks ago that the last installment of the 15% was paid. Engineer Adedeji said his company has approached the Ministry of Works to review the contract sum from 9.8 billion to at least 14 million due to the high cost of materials, but the Ministry of Works refused. Adedeji said they were surprised to notice that the same ministry that refused to review the contract upward to at least 14 billion re-awarded the same contract to Area Tech Construction Limited at the sum of 54.3 billion without the termination of their contract. The director of Highways South Federal Ministry of Works, Engineer Adedamola Kuti, who represented the ministry in his presentation before the committee, said the ministry has terminated the contract of DC Engineering since September 2022. It was, however, silenced when they refused to review the contract sum upward to at least 14 billion naira as requested by the DC Engineering, but went ahead to re-award the same contract to another company, Area Tech Construction Limited, at the sum of 54 billion naira. When asked to provide the details letter of termination of contract with DC Engineering Limited, certificate of no objection from the Bureau of Public Procurement to Area Tech Construction Limited, and Federal Executive Council's approval letter, he merely promised the probe panel that he will go and come back. However, a letter from BPP dated May 10, 2023, and addressed to the solicitor of DC Engineering and cited by a correspondent, cancelled the said certificate of no objection issued to Area Tech Construction Limited on the grounds that a contract cannot be re-awarded to another contractor without first terminating the initial contract. The BPP also urged the Federal Ministry of Works to collaborate with the DC Engineering Limited for the contract review. In the submission of a solicitor, Tolu Babaleye and Co., on behalf of the DC Engineering Limited, the company alleged that the activities of Honorable Tolulokpe Akande Sadikpe, a member representing Oluyole Federal Constituency of Oyo State, have been frustrating the efforts of his client to execute the project. Our client is also very much aware of the activities of Honorable Tolulokpe Akande Sadikpe, a member representing Oluyole Federal Constituency, whom our client informed us has turned to a thorn in its flesh, and who has been promoting Area Tech Construction Limited as contractor to the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing for the contract to be re-awarded to the said company for a reason best known to her. This vexed issue is known to everyone in the ministry, especially two particular directors working hand in hand with them, and all attempts have been made to re-award the contract for the sum of 54.3 billion naira from the initial contract of 9.8 billion naira to Area Tech Construction Limited, whom we understand had signed an agreement with the ministry and had submitted advance payment guarantee from its bank. It is a big distraction to our clients. Please note that our client wrote for an upward review of this contract sum to an amount far below 54.3 billion naira, but the request was ignored, and yet some people in the ministry wanted to re-award the job to someone else for 54.3 billion naira, all in a desperate attempt to defraud the federal government of Nigeria. The solicitor to DC Engineering Limited said in a statement submitted to the ad hoc committee, responding to the allegation of Honorable Sadiq's involvement in the contract, the director of Highways South Federal Ministry of Works, Engineer Adedamola Kuti, denied having any deal with Sadiq, but he admitted sending her a congratulatory message after she emerged victorious in the last general election. If you find out, if you investigate further in this issue, you'll find out that the other company that they are deciding to give the contract to for the sum of 54.6 billion naira, instead of doing an upward review of 14 billion with the first company, the company will belong to one of them, because if they do not have anything to benefit ordinarily, if it was to be their personal project, they would have preferred to do an upward review, simple, of 14 billion naira, instead of re-awarding the same contract to another person for a whopping sum of 54.6 billion. Is that even sensible? It's not even sensible in any sense. You all, let me have your opinions in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you very much for always listening. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.